Hey, this is Taylor Kamak. I'm here with Shorthorn administrative reporter J.C. Derrick. He is here to kind of tell us what's going on with the 82nd Texas legislature this week. So, what do we got going, man?
Yeah, Taylor, it was actually a really busy week. Things started Sunday night, actually. The legislature was putting in some overtime, and the House passed HB1, which is the budget bill that they've been debating actually for the last couple of months. And it was actually a $164.5 billion budget. Sounds like a lot of money, but it's really not. It actually cut $23 billion in spending from current levels over the next 2 years in 2012 and 2013.
So, I mean, was there any good news with that?
Actually, there was. I spoke with Representative Diane Patrick this week, and she said that within the budget, there is actually restoration of funds for several financial aid programs for higher education.
But where did that money come from for the financial aid program specifically?
Well, last month, actually, Governor Perry gave lawmakers his approval to go ahead and use some of the rainy day funds. He said they could use up to $3.2 billion of the rainy day fund to cover the deficit in the current fiscal year for fiscal 2011, and that freed up additional funds for higher education.
All right, so sounds like a busy week. So what else was going on?
Yeah, actually, it continued to be a busy week up through today. That's Senate Bill 354 was debated on the Senate floor, and as many of you may know, that is actually the bill that would allow concealed handguns to be carried on higher education campuses beginning this fall for those who have a concealed handgun license. And it actually turned into a heated debate, and Senator Wentworth received pushback even from those in his own party. Senator Ogden actually had some problems with the bill, and so Senator Wentworth pulled the bill back down, and it will come back up for a debate on Monday, actually.
Well, that's kind of crazy. I don't know. I assumed that with a lot of the all the hype that the bill had been getting, that it was going to pass pretty easily. That there wasn't going to be a whole lot of issues with it. It seemed clear cut. What happened? I guess was it because there were other things that needed attention?
Well, apparently, Senator Wentworth said that there were actually 20. He thought he had 21 votes of the 31 senators going into debate today, and apparently there was a couple of Democrats, and then also Senator Steve Ogden who had some problems with the bill. Senator Ogden actually said it was inconsistent with some of the way that the arguments were presented today. So a couple of amendments were presented, and that will come back up for a vote for debate on Monday.
All right.
So, and then also this week, another interesting thing that happened was today the House voted 124 to 16 to ban all texting. So, if you'll remember, 2 years ago in the Texas House, or the legislature, they passed a bill that prohibited all texting while driving in school zones, but this would actually expand that to include all texting behind the wheel.
So, does that bill mean, say hypothetically, someone received a text while they were driving?
Mm-hmm.
Would it make that illegal, the act of just picking up their cell phone to read the text?
That's a great question. Actually, it would have, the way the original bill reads, but Representative Larry Taylor, a Republican from Friendswood, actually put forth an amendment that was adopted that would strike the word read from the bill, meaning you could actually receive and read a text, but you wouldn't be able to actually physically text. Of course, that opened up a lot of other debate about how would enforcement work. It's hard enough to enforce texting while driving as it is, and then how do you know when someone's typing and when someone's reading? It could cause problems. But that amendment was adopted. So at this point, as it currently reads, passing out of the House,
right, you
would be able to read text but not type your texts to someone else.
I mean, the enforcement for that kind of sounds a little bit iffy. Exactly how it's going.
There's still questions about how it would be enforced, but it's definitely something students want to keep in mind. If we'll be tracking this bill, and if it passes the Senate, then that'll be definitely something that we'll be bringing more coverage to.
All righty. Oh, it looks like you have a text there.
This is Governor Perry. I've got to go. Thank you.
Rick Perry?
Yeah, he's calling me back.
The governor of Texas. I'm calling bullshit on that one.